In this video, I built a successful landscaping business only to sell it and move to a new town with a brand new business. However, this time, things are a bit different. I have to make $1 million, and I only have a year to do it. Will I make $1 million or will I go broke? Stay tuned to find out. And if you guys enjoy videos like this and you want to see more, be sure to subscribe and dropping a like helps too. Anyway, let's go make some money. Well, boys, it's another day back out here at the landscaping business. We have just under $40,000, and today is my last day in this house. I've been renting this house for a month now, and I've decided I want to move out and do something a little bit better for the business, because here I have like no storage. I can't have any of my equipment hardly here. The shop is super small, and we just need a better place. So I've been on the hunt for a new place, not exactly a house, but at least somewhere where I can store my equipment and live. And a little while ago, I ended up coming across a place not too far actually. It's just up the road, and here it is. So I ended up talking to the owner the last episode, and we've agreed on a price, $5,000 a month. I get this whole shop and this decent chunk of property to work with. We're going to do a rent-to-own thing, which basically, in the future, if I want to buy it, some of the rent money I will pay will go onto the purchase price. I'll be able to buy it for a little bit cheaper. Now, there's a problem with this place. There is nowhere for me to live in here. There's bathrooms, an office, some storage, and that's about it. So I gotta figure out where the heck I'm gonna be living. But we also have to move all the equipment over here today. I have to go check on the car wash and storage business. There's a lot to do. All right, just pulling into town here. Looks like there's nobody up at the car wash here, but it's pretty early in the morning. I had a guy drop something off first thing this morning. That's why the gates are open, and he forgot to shut them. So I gotta install some sort of a better gate system at some point, because I don't want people coming in here and stealing stuff. That's not good for business. But for now, I suppose it'll work. At any rate, I want to get all this other stuff out of here that's not being stored for customers, because we need as much space as possible. I have a bunch of clients dropping stuff off this week, but all this has got to go. I have someone to come pick up all this scrap metal for a good amount of money. I can't remember how much exactly, but there's a lot of thick steel here, and this is worth a lot of money. So they'll come pick it up. Some of the building supplies, someone's coming to pick that up. I got to move the Ranger, the trailer, and the mower, some of the skid steer attachments, and the tractor, and then this should all be ready to go. So I've had this place open for about 2 weeks now, and we've actually cracked our first profit, $5,000 between the car wash and the storage. That's obviously going to go up once the storage place gets completely full. For now, it's about a quarter full. So pretty soon, with all that filled up, we should be making anywhere from 10, maybe 15 grand a month, depending on how much stuff we have stored. At any rate, with a little bit of cash in my pocket here, I'm going to go take a look at something I found on Facebook Marketplace that is hopefully going to allow me to live at the new shop. Well, it definitely ain't the fanciest thing out there, but $12,000 later, and I've secured myself a camper to live in now at the new shop. Hopefully this makes things a little bit easier, but we're gonna get this out there and get it set up. And speaking of getting things set up, I still have to get all of this new shed business set up and out to the new shop. So we're gonna have a very, very busy week, but hopefully a profitable one. Look at this big door. I'm gonna be able to fit whatever the heck I want in here. It's gonna be perfect. All right, so here's where I've decided I'm gonna put the camper. It's kind of in the way of one of the big shelves here, but it's out of the way of pretty much everything else. I was gonna stick it right in this corner, but we got our pressure washer here. If we want to wash equipment, and have the camper blocking that. I could also put it outside, but the shop's already air conditioned, so it's just gonna be easier if we do it this way. All right, so since I didn't have much in my house here, there's not much to move. It's really just the equipment, which I don't even have much of at this point. We've really just invested more into buying actual businesses, which probably is a good idea in the long run, because those are just gonna keep generating us income without us having to do a whole lot. All right, equipment in. All this equipment's actually going to need a service, and it needs some work done, but the shop's already loaded full of tools, so should make it a lot easier. But for now, we got better things to do. All right, grab my dump trailer here. That is the last thing gone out of this house. Okay, so we're back at the car wash here with the dump trailer, and since my other flatbed is completely full of equipment right now, and I got to transport some things, we're going to do it with the dump trailer. Is it the smartest way to do it? Probably not, but we're doing it anyway, so we'll see how it goes. Now, my hope is that the tractor actually fits in the dump trailer. I don't know if it will, but we're going to give it our best shot. Though, I just realized I don't have ramps, so the embankment is probably the best way to do this. I don't even know if this is going to work, but we're going to give it a try. All right, back it up, back it up. I'm just going to reposition the tractor, because my backup skills are subpar. Oh man, there's no way this actually works. I think I have the parking brake set, so... Oh, no way. Oh no, the blade's catching. Oh crap. We're slowly moving. I'm trying to rotate it so we can move forward here. There we go. We got it. Oh, but the blade's not going to completely fit in. Well, I guess we're going to roll with the doors open. Yeah, that blade's not going to completely fit. It's close, though. It just was like a tad bit smaller would be perfect, but I'm gonna make it work. Okay, I think I got everything loaded up here. Oh, you know what? I should probably run that golf cart back in the storage here. That's good. So the guy to pick up the steel and the other dude to pick up the building materials should be here in about an hour. They're bringing their own equipment to load all this stuff on because mine is way too far away from here. And we should be getting some serious cash from that, but I got to take all this over to the new shop. I don't know how I'm going to get back here to get this over there. I might have to get someone to give me a ride. But I can't believe we got the flippin' John Deere in the dump trailer. I don't know how we're going to get it unloaded, but that's a problem for when we get back, I suppose. Please tell me there's some sort of a ditch over here that I can unload this tractor at. I don't know. Might just have to back it right off the dump trailer here. Oh, there's this. We're perfect. Okay, that might work. It's not the best. There's still a bit of a drop off here, but we'll give it a try. And we're stuck. Dang it. Okay, hold on. Let me try to go a little faster here. And got it. Screw a flatbed. We'll just start using a dump trailer. Now, I should probably turn on some lights around here. There we go. That's a lot better. Okay, so I got pretty much everything over here except that one last truck and trailer. I'm going to get somebody to give me a ride. We'll get that back here, and then I got to figure out what we're doing with the rest, the shed hauling stuff. That's going to be a bit tricky. So, after making it back to the shop with the rest of the equipment, I headed to the neighbor's house to officially take over my new business. However, this new business had a bit of a learning curve. I had to figure out how to run all this new equipment and hopefully not wreck a shed in the process. And after figuring out the basics, which ended up taking a little bit longer than I expected, I was finally able to load my very first shed. So with the first shed off the trailer, I headed back to grab the last two. However, the last shed to move was going to be a bit more difficult than the last two. With this thing being pretty dang long, I had to bust out about the coolest feature on this new trailer. The whole dang trailer is able to extend, making this job a lot easier. And with a bit of trial and error, we got the shed on and we were moving. But loading the shed wasn't even the difficult part about getting it to the new shop. It was going to be this super narrow bridge. And even though we had a decent amount of room, I wasn't taking any risks in getting this thing damaged. So I took it nice and slow. All right, last shed finished. It wasn't easy, but I did end up figuring out how this thing works. Kind of. We'll see how our first delivery job actually goes. So I had to get my other vehicle home here, and the cool part about this trailer, not only can it haul sheds, it can also haul moderately sized vehicles, which is pretty helpful. Well, everything's finally back here. We're all set up to go on the new business. That's going to be pretty exciting. I just got to see if I can squeeze my truck through here. I got to move the ladder. Man, this thing's filthy. I'm going to give it a wash. And speaking of washing vehicles, the car wash. I've been thinking, with all the stuff we're going to be doing here, I don't really have time to run it. However, it makes a lot of money, along with the storage business. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to hire someone to run all of that, the storage business and the car wash. I can come and check up on it whenever, but the day-to-day operations get taken care of, and I can work on more important things, like making more money. It's a good investment for the business. So hopefully by the end of the week, we have someone hired, and they can be running that. But for now, I'm going to start taking care of this place, and of course, living in my sweet new camper. Lap of luxury right here. So, I have just paid my first month's rent on this place. Now, we're pretty dang close to broke here. I mean, we only got $27,000, almost $28,000, somewhere in between there. Seems like a good amount of money, but I've got to expand this business and fast. I found an older excavator. It's cheap, it's high hours, and it's kind of beat up, but I think it'll work well for what we need to do. Because if I want to expand the storage business with the car wash, I've got to add on some storage units, and that's going to cost about $150,000 to $200,000, probably, or most likely, more. I got to come up with that cash somewhere. So it looks like I just got paid from the metal and the construction stuff, $8,000, and that brings us up to $35,500. Now we're on our way to go look at that excavator. I got the call saying the guy had brought it out for me to check and see if I actually wanted it. So we're gonna go take a look here real quick. I do not have the cash for that right now, but I'm hoping soon we do. This thing should be just right here in the right. There it is. Oh, dear. Holy smokes. You guys are everywhere. All right, so this is it. It's a Link Belt 210X4. I don't know much about excavators. Yeah, pretty simple deal here. As far as I can see, it's got a thumb, a bucket. It doesn't even have a tooth bucket. It just comes with this bucket. It's fairly high hours, but they gave it a new paint job, so it looks a lot nicer than a machine with the amount of hours this thing has would look like. And I think it's about the perfect size for what we need. It's not too big, it's not too small. I mean, it's a little bit on the bigger side, but it's something that if I get a dump truck, I can toss a trailer on behind it and tow it around, no problem. Said the keys are in it, so I can test her out here. Fire it on up. Yeah, this seems fairly decent. It's not the fanciest thing out there, but I think it will work. Thing I like most about this is it does have a thumb, and that's what you need for picking up trees, clearing brush, like all that good stuff. A thumb is absolutely necessary. So I think as soon as we have the cash, we're going to pick this up. But if I was to buy it right now, I'd be big into the negatives, and I already am with a $150,000 loan that I have right now. So it's going to have to wait a bit. He's going to hold it for me, but I'm going to have to come up with the cash fast. But hope y'all enjoyed. Subscribe, and goodbye.